All right,
Hey,
we're
what's up?
here
I'm
with that zone
Rawson.
of the end. Yeah, I'm Johnson. That's the
No, no,
reverse.
no, no, no. You're still Rawson.
We're both rosin today.
Yeah.
So Johnson, we're going full anime with this LP that we're doing here.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I've been in a Zone of the Enders mood, and to be honest, I've always wanted to let's play this game. And there's a remaster of the second game on the horizon. Specifically only the second game, because that is a much better game than this one. Johnson, how much do you know about Zone of the Enders?
I know about Jehuti, and that's kind of it.
Okay, so this is a Konami mecha action game that was made, a little, like 2000, like early 2001.
Oh yeah. Oh, I also remember people buying this game only for the MGS2 demo, but that's
Yes.
kind of it.
So in America and I believe Europe, this game was packaged with the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo, so it
Yeah.
sold pretty damn well.
Just
Only
for that.
because of that
Yeah.
reason. Yeah, people wanted that fucking demo.
I think the only other case where I've heard of that happening is DQ8 for the FF12 demo
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, man, that used to be a thing. And well, I guess actually funny enough, in when the Zone of the Enders HD collection came out, bundled with that was a demo for Rising Revengeance.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So, they ended up releasing it on PSN like a month later, anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is "Kiss Me Sunlights" by Heart of Air. This is kind of like the game's theme song. It's
It's
pretty
a
damn
good song.
theme song.
Yeah. I forgot I had this in my playlist too.
So Kojima was a producer on this game. Okay, but I want to point this out. We got some aces in this lineup. So I forget the dude's name. It just flashed before the screen. After War Colony Gundam X character designer worked on this game. He also worked on Votoms.
Oh.
So
Ooh.
So he's doing the character designers for this game. If you kind of look at Gundam X character designs and character designs in this game, they definitely line up. They're only
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
yeah, they're only like 5 years apart. So we're gonna start a new game, and this is what
You
I
better
believe-
pick hard. Very hard.
very
mode?
hard. Fuck
Hell
yeah, dude.
This is
So,
this is a
this-
playthrough.
This is an S rank, very hard to play through, which
Oh,
is the best
shit.
rank in the game. You can only get S rank by playing very hard. Similarly, you can only get A rank by playing on hard.
Okay.
As far as I know, this is also going to be the only very hard S rank playthrough of this you can find on YouTube.
Nice.
I tried to find some, and I found a few, but like they weren't complete. They were only segments, and they weren't commentated. So I wanna give everyone the pro strats because I had to compile some research.
Just so you know, people, I don't have any pro strats for this game.
You've never played this game.
No, I haven't. I
Yes.
don't know what the fuck's going on. But this
So-
robot looks nice.
Yes. So there's some introductory stuff here. There's a colony attack going on.
Oh, just like every mecha anime.
So, I was saying this before I was talking about the Gundam guy. Also, by the way, I just love the fact that this woman's name is Viola actually, and everyone else in the game except for her gets a code name. So like they're just referring to Slash and Night Raid, but she just gets to be called by her first name.
Nice.
Also, Night Raid is the coolest code name ever. But okay, yeah, Kojima's name gets thrown around a lot. I'm sure that was on purpose too, for marketing reasons and stuff. He actually only produced, and he had some creative input, but not a lot, actually.
Yeah, this is kind of like this kind of feels like a not Kojima-y game. In a way.
It's weird because you can tell some of the same staff definitely worked on the PS2 Metal Gear games as this. Like, aesthetically, when we get into the gameplay, you'll definitely see it, especially in, like, the HUD, I feel.
Yeah.
But interesting enough, the dude who directed this game, his last name is Okumaru. I know. Yeah, this is happening. This is the only game he ever directed. He's worked, like I think he even worked on, like, Phantom Pain. Like, he's been with Konami all these years, even. I don't know if he survived the Konami apocalypse of a few years ago.
What if he's like working on Survive, you know?
Actually, I think he might have, now
Oh,
that you say
shit.
that. So, yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
this is the only game he's directed. You saw the only ever time the name Enders is ever used in the series, to my knowledge.
Huh.
Those kids were being harassed by some people or another. And Enders is a slur used to describe people who live on the edge of civilization. Currently, this entire game actually takes place in a colony floating above Jupiter.
Huh.
So yeah, we get some weird, like, in medias res. Well, actually, this is all just flashback stuff, so it's not even really that. But yeah, look at Leo standing there when his friends are in danger.
My favorite mecha anime moment.
Yeah.
Your friends are about to die. What do? Absolutely nothing.
These faces, though. So yeah, we started the game off strong with some child murder. So one thing that is going to become very apparent, the director of this game was also very inspired by Gundam.
Yeah.
To the point where he just straight out says in interviews, he wanted to make a Gundam story that was a little bit more modern for, like, the turn of the millennium. And in some ways I think he did it, in other ways I think he,
I hope we have a Salt episode in Zone the Enders soon.
we might.
Oh, fuck.
This game is interesting. In some ways, the team wanted to, like, kind of have more of a realistic take, and we'll get into the mechanics of that, but mostly it comes to, because, like, you know how in mecha anime, like, the pilots always have to worry about, like, civilians and, like, you know, secondary, like, damage and stuff like that?
Yeah.
That is a gameplay mechanic in this game. And in some ways, that's really cool, and I like it. In other ways, it's really frustrating and stops it from being, like just a really fun action game and, like, this kind of tedious, restrictive combat system.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. That definitely takes some execution.
Yeah, and they decided for the sequel just to say fuck it, and they didn't worry about it really for that one.
Yeah.
So hey, we got our trope going already pretty strong. Just kind of little boy stumbling on.
I love Yoshiyuki's Tomino, Zone the Enders.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Also, one thing, every orbital frame, as the advanced mechs are called in this game, their cockpit is very phallic looking, and that was indeed intentional.
Just like a real cockpit. Yep.
Yeah. So Yoji Shinkawa, who did the Metal Gear concept art, was the mech designer for these games, and I think he does a fantastic-ass job.
Yeah.
And I think he's also going to be doing the mech designs for that Left Alive or Last Alive, I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's something like that.
But I think he's doing the designs for that, so I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Because Jehuti is one of my favorite mech designs of all time. Like, it's just so good.
It's a really, like, cool. It's really pointy.
Yeah,
which I really like.
It is very pointy and has cool-ass energy streaks coming through it. I'm going to explain some rapid-pace combat mechanic stuff real quick here.
Yeah.
So, Here, I'll just wait for this raptor, as they're called. They're basically the Goomba of Zone of the Enders. They kind of suck even when they get better.
Nice.
Breaking through the wall there. They have lightsaber palms, though, which is kind of dope.
Just
They're
like
also
real Goombas.
Yes, and real raptors, the dinosaurs. So you have 6 versions of attacks in Zone of the Enders. And you can also dash around by hitting R2. So you got a basic slash attack. When you're up close, you hit square and do that. You can also clash. When you get far away, the cursor turns green and you can shoot. If you hold down... actually, I think I'm fucking up the controls. One of the shoulder buttons is dash, and the other shoulder button is a burst attack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
it should
never
be
mind.
Something like that. Right?
So what it is when you're moving around and hit R2, you dash.
Yeah.
X
and yeah, if you stay still, you do your burst with R2.
Yeah, you go into burst mode with R2, and then when you attack, you either throw a giant spirit bomb that you can charge up, or you do a spin attack. Burst attacks are unblockable, but the caveat is that they have long wind up in cooldown, so it's very easy to get hit out of them. Now we got a tutorial thing here. We don't need that. So Johnson, you played the Zone of the Enders 2 Mars demo that came out recently.
Yes, I did.
You're gonna be a little disappointed to know that the combo smash function was not yet part of this game.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And also, when you grab and throw enemies, throwing them into other enemies does cause the enemy you throw them into to get damage, but if you, like, say you grab an enemy and throw them into a wall, it looks like it does more damage, but it actually doesn't. So...
Well, okay, they still at least have the giant spin, right? If you just hit circle a lot.
No. I don't think so. I actually don't think I've tried it.
Alright, I'm leaving the LP.
Oh no.
This is the last you'll see of me.
I can't believe Johnson got crushed by a giant lev, as they're called. But yeah, so you have burst attacks, and I'm gonna show these off, I believe, after this loading screen, which I like. They kind of do like a little like UI mecha loading screen. Ada's the name of the combat program that we just fell into. So you can do a dash attack. Well, that's a better look at the burst attack. It also homes in a bit. That's the dash attack. It's a homing laser. You can't lock onto multiple targets in this game like you can the other one. That was the burst melee attack.
Yeah.
The dash melee attack is just like a lunging stab type thing. You're gonna see me fuck up here real good. So one thing I should point out, since we're on very hard mode, yeah, so I want to grab this guy and throw it to the other guy so bad, and they keep interrupting me.
Okay. I thought it was like that perception there. It looked like you grabbed him. Okay, you grabbed him.
Well, I was grabbing him, but I wasn't. So you grab him and then you punch him into.
Oh.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Grabbing them alone does not do damage. You have to do the punch after. So that's just holding down circle when you're close to them and then releasing it.
Okay.
Are you ready for the dope first boss battle of this game?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, you better hold on.
Get me ready.
Leo's not ready either, so you're in good company.
I'm just like Leo.
Yeah. I also love this music. It's like clubbing music.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's a little bit... This game has performance issues, as you just saw. I'm playing the PS3 version. The 360 version is the better version for the HD collection. But, weirdly enough, the PS3 version of the HD collection has the better version of the second game, because it got patched to be better.
That's the only game that matters, you know?
Yes. But if you want the ideal Zoe 1 experience, you better be playing on a 360, which I do not have, so...
Who has one of those, right?
I know, right?
Haha.
To be fair, I had one, then Red Ringed, and then I had another, and I sold it for a PS3.
Nice.
So that's a downed lev. In preparation, I read every interview I could about this game. Yoji Shinkawa made fun of the fact... Oh yeah, there's that. Everyone's dead. Yoji Shinkawa really likes the fact that there was only one of those giant levs guarding the most important, like, orbital frame ever created. And,
Nice.
and his justification was they're expensive. Which I like a lot, actually.
Yeah? You know, giant robots really are expensive if you think about it.
Yeah.
I don't think the government has enough money to, like, pay for giant robots when, you know...
Mm-hmm. So
we gotta pay for, like, colony schools or some shit like that.
Yeah, honestly. Leo and his friends seem to be just kind of messing around on the streets, you know? It seemed like they need some better youth outreach in the in the Ender Zone.
Come the fuck on, Kojima.
In the zone of the Enders. Yeah, so I hope you like Shinji from Evangelion.
Well, he's doing better than Shinji, you know? He got in the robot, first of all.
Yes.
We gotta throw that joke in there in this playthrough right now.
Yeah.
The message is being received from a commercial broadcast. I shall patch it through.
Hope you're ready for some exposition.
Whoever is aboard Jehuti, can you read me? The unidentified person aboard Jehuti.
I feel like this is a thing in Gundam.
I can understand how you must feel.
I'm probably gonna have that question a lot.
Yeah, Probably.
Listen to me, boy. I saw everything you did on my monitor.
You can move
I also
around
know
during
that you're
these
just a
talky
juvenile
bits when you're in the
civilian,
cockpit.
and you've done all of this.
But I didn't have any other choice. I was so scared. I couldn't help it.
Oh, you're right. This stuff sucks.
Yeah. So, I don't think Leo is the worst child voice actor I've ever heard.
No.
Can you deliver
But a lot of his line delivery sounds like he's drunk.
What?
you are a civilian
Like, straight up. There will be some lines later that are suspect. Also, if we get to the... Whenever we get to the 4th video, I think there's one of the worst translations I've ever seen for a line ever, and I will point it out when we get to it because it makes me laugh every time.
By the time I got there, everyone was dead.
See, doesn't he sound drunk? Everyone was dead.
Now we need your help. I know you can do it. Please, help us. Of course, I'm talking business. We'll pay you for your troubles. Enough to allow you to live anywhere. Earth, Mars, anywhere at all. Please.
Leo, you're getting good money. You should accept
No,
that.
I don't want to.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You don't want to.
No.
He's all good.
Okay, so this bothers me too.
Again.
So he's...
Who the hell are you anyway?
He talks a lot in this game about being forced to kill.
Fought well.
But all of the enemies in this game are, like,
Please.
automated, or they escape. Yeah, like, he just said it there, but, like, all he's done is destroy some robots.
You know what? I don't know if people like told him those robots were automated. You know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's like 12.
Everybody will die.
So-
Your friends, your family, every single one of them.
Well, too late on that.
Can't let them get a hold of Jehuti. If they do, it will be the end of this colony. No, it may be the end of civilization as we know it.
Oh man, don't put too much pressure on the kid. You know?
Yeah.
Help us.
Flashback.
Shit,
You
dude.
say I can, but how? I can't drive this thing.
Yes, you can. I saw you do it, and I know you can do it again.
I love how the sound effects are still there too. Like, not
Yeah.
just the voices, you know.
Help us.
All right. I'll do it just this one time, but that's all I'll do.
Okay.
Just
that's all
once,
we ask.
just for this game, I'll do it.
Yeah,
Not for the
yes.
second game.
So,
Yes.
Thank you.
Not coming back.
but I want you to remember one thing. I will never help you kill anybody. Maybe killing is all right for you people, but it's not with me.
This is also a very Camille Badan thing.
So,
Oh
Of,
yeah.
of like, I'm not a fucking soldier. I don't kill people like you guys, and then slowly, oh, actually, I get why you guys do the shit you do now.
okay, Leo. I'm Elena Weinberg, second in charge of Atlantis. Just call me.
When are we having some in the
I
industry
can
where it's
only
just
trust you,
Gundam Wing?
Can't I?
Kill indiscriminately, as you seem to think. Okay, I'll see you later.
I will explain the mission plan. The
Alright.
mission is to transport this Jehuti to Mars in preparation for a battle on Mars. First, we need to rendezvous with the civilian freighter Atlantis and leave the colony of
So,
Antalya.
this whole game is escaping from this
Jehuti
colony.
has just had an overhaul, and therefore
Oh.
has only minimum system capabilities.
Well, shit.
Jehuti's capabilities will depend on how many function modules we
That's one thing I
can
actually like about this game that I don't think was intentional necessarily, but like, it's the story itself, like, you can feel things move at a relatively fast pace, not gameplay-wise, but story-wise, and because the game's so short, you can definitely feel that, I guess.
I kind of felt that with the ZOE2 demo,
Yeah.
in a way.
So you can skate if you get close enough to the ground like that. Leaves little marks.
Yeah, I find that very cool.
Yeah. So we just unlocked the pause menu.
Oh, nice. What if we just skip that? Can we just not pause?
You can't move on. So the way you moved to different areas. So this game works very differently than Zoe 2. You have a world map in this game.
Hell
And to
yes.
move between different zones, you need to like go to the pause menu and then click like leave area or something. So
ZOE2, ZOE3, I'm waiting for you to be open world.
yes, this game also has an Earthbound style encounter
Ooh.
thing.
Okay.
I mean, you can't automatically beat enemies,
Oh.
but
Let us avoid unnecessary
so
battles.
we have different
Visit another
mobs
local server
or like
to
squads
obtain
of
the
enemies,
mode module from
and if we get too close to them, they'll attack. But you can also attack them first and get a free hit off.
Okay.
You might notice the levels. You probably noticed that from Zoe too, though they're admittedly, I think more of a. I think they matter more in this game. You do have an experience bar. You can kind of see it. We don't have much experience yet under the
Yeah.
life gauge.
We're at level 1 right now.
So this is true for enemies and for Jehuti. Higher level is higher defense. Well, I guess more health technically, and higher attack power. As enemies level up, they get better at dodging your shit, and they get more aggressive, or just they use their attacks more efficiently. Right now, pretty much everything's level 2 or 3. That's because we're playing on very hard mode. So on very hard mode, all of the enemies. Also, I fuck up and I totally destroyed that tower.
Nice.
Yeah.
No killing, dude. Come on.
Yeah. Hey, there's no people.
Oh.
There's
Oh,
only
okay,
people
we good,
when
we
the
good,
game
we good.
tells you there are people.
We're fine.
Yeah.
We're fine. All right.
Yeah. BVS rules. So. Also, roaming around enemies. Oops, I shot that too. Roaming around enemies will shoot at structures and destroy them. You gain experience for each enemy you kill. You can see it slowly going up. As I was saying, on very hard, all of the enemies are jacked up a level or 2, depending on where they would normally be on hard mode or below. In addition, on hard and very hard difficulty, anytime a structure gets destroyed, whether you or the enemy did it, Jehuti loses experience.
Oh.
You cannot de-level from this, but it makes leveling up more of a pain in the ass.
Yeah? Huh.
And
That's...
it makes the game way harder.
Yeah,
So,
that's kind of...
I
okay,
think,
I
in
guess.
theory, it's a cool way of trying to make you care about the colony, but in
Yeah.
practice, it's
Man,
kind
like,
of annoying.
yeah, like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna, like, destroy buildings. I'm in a robot.
And the weird thing is in the interviews, they acknowledge that. They said, we wanted to make you care about protecting the colony, but also we wanted to give you the rush of, like, watching buildings blow up as you attacked enemies. And it's like that... No, that's not how that works, though, because... you want to be fighting as high up in the sky as possible and try your best not to fuck shit up, or else you're actually going to lose experience.
Yeah.
That being said, if you're good, your level doesn't really matter. I recommend before you get to the end game area, you get to level 5, is what I'll say.
Okay.
Maximum level for you and for enemies is level 8.
Alright.
And I believe in the sequel it's like 13 or 15 or something around there.
No.
You know, as somebody who played ZOE 2 first, this game, you know, like, actually, this game kind of leaves a good impression on me in terms of, like, its gameplay. Because, you know, people really made it out to be kind of, like, not terrible, but, like, really,
Mediocre.
yeah. And it's like, watching it now, I kind of dig it.
It's, please ignore my endgame save files for my practice run of
Oh,
this
no,
LP.
now I'm spoiled. Great, thanks.
Yes.
Needed another reason to leave this LP.
Yes. I cut out save times as best as I could later on in the run. I just wanted to show off the first one. Alright, so we need to save his father.
Yes.
So this is the first SOS mission in the game.
Just like Gundam.
Oh wait, no, this isn't an SOS mission. This is the first boss fight. I'm a dumbass. So
I'm
he blows up some
technically the
buildings
second.
there. Yes.
Father,
I detect no human activity.
you mean everyone is dead?
That is a possibility, but it is
So
not
the boss
natural
just
to
destroyed some
elicit
buildings in those
activity
in that cutscene, right?
Yeah.
I detect vital activity.
Would you believe me if I told you that there's a mission later on in this area, a side mission, where you need to protect buildings, and the fact that those buildings got blown up in the cutscene counts against you?
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Okay. I can
This
see
game-
why now.
This game does have problems, but what I will say is that I do think that the hate is a little overblown. It's still really fun. I think it's just the matter of, like, Zoe 2 is just so much better.
Yeah.
this game is often derided as like a tech demo or a prototype. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to the ending.
But the children may still be in the church.
But I still think this is a really fun game on its own terms.
That's
Yeah.
impossible. It's suicide.
I agree with that.
Selvius is a good Christian girl and was trying to save the churchgoers.
You can't know for certain unless you go.
Forget about them. You can't do anything if you die too.
Well, I'm not dead yet.
Damn.
Well, okay, yeah. Yeah. She's right. She's absolutely right. She's not dead yet.
That face!
I have detected a second shot fired directly at us.
I really like that particular damn there.
Yeah, I also like how it wasn't even worth subtitling.
Yeah.
Alright, so Selvius is staying in the church.
Gotta
So this is
protect
gonna
the
be-
church.
Yeah, this is gonna be our first boss fight.
Runner of Bravo? That frame's not a kid's toy. Get out of there now.
I'm not a kid.
There's the proof that you still are a kid.
He's 12. Leave him alone, man.
So this is Slash.
Thought a woman would be plenty.
This is some alien-ass looking ass robot right now.
Yes, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the title screen and reload our save, and then skip all of the cutscenes. And when you skip the cutscene where the buildings get destroyed, they don't actually get destroyed.
Huh.
So what we're going to do is kite this guy at a very specific distance so he only uses this attack in his first form, because this flamethrower attack can't destroy buildings. You want to leave this town as intact as possible to make a mission later on much easier for you.
This is some like speedrun strats. Right
Yeah, it is, man. And also, you might be noticing I was getting hit there a lot by that attack. Bosses in
Yeah.
this game are really fucking weird. There's a lot of attacks they have. Also, you can just block this. You can hold down R1 to block like that. Your block is really fucking good in this game. Enemies have burst attacks too, and those are the only types of attacks that can get through get through your block. Or you can get grabbed too by one specific enemy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have him dive into this like sewer gorge area, and we're gonna have him be parallel to the gorge at all times as best as we can, so his shots don't blow up buildings.
Okay. Solid strat.
Yes. When he goes up and down like this, you can get if you're really lucky and you time it just right, you can get a burst attack off. I'm only gonna get one off because I wasn't doing good this this particular fight, but I managed to get like no buildings destroyed, so I'm pretty proud of that because that's tough. It's especially hard because like his attacks arc like that, so sometimes they can just go wide and blow shit up to his side.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, boss design in this game is weird because a lot of attacks that bosses have, like these, like if those hit you, they barely do any damage. But like they seem to have a lot of attacks that are just there to annoy you or to like stun you and get you to stop attacking for a little bit. And then they have some really heavy hitter, like these orbs do some serious damage.
Ooh.
It's very bizarre. Like they're split to like heavy and like light damage attacks, and that's pretty much for every boss. It's very weird. Oh, yeah, and once again I kind of fucked it up.
Nice shot.
Thank you. You may have noticed when we get close to the area, like the end of the level, Jehuti will always remind you, or Ada will always remind you, you are approaching the end of the area or whatever.
Yeah.
And for those who didn't catch it, Jehuti is the mech, Ada is the AI within Jehuti. That's the voice talking. So. Also, we have to finish. You always have to finish it off by hitting it in the face at least once, which is kind of dumb.
Huh.
But yeah, that was the first boss. Very cool
Oh.
design.
Okay. I thought he was gonna destroy a building there. Good stuff.
Yeah, I thought that too the first time. Like, man, fuck
We
that.
did it.
I detect vital activity within the target. It appears that occupants are still
But yeah, I like it. Looks like a squid at first, and then it gets like seraphim wings.
Yeah.
When it opens up, it has a weird dumb face thing.
Why? They can't fight anymore.
Your question does not compute. Why not destroy it?
Why should
Ada's
I kill
right.
when there's no reason to?
I compute 17 clear such action.
Hell yeah.
Passing is possible
Ada is
with the
great.
target gaining access to another orbital frame and returning to battle at another time and place.
Shut up! I refuse to destroy it. What's
That
the
being
point of
said,
attacking those who have no intention of attacking us?
Slash will never show up for anything else in Zone of the Enders.
Well,
Illogical actions by persons without sufficient capabilities make it very difficult to fulfill.
I do believe a modified version of Tempest, the mech we just blew up, does appear in the Game Boy Advance game, though. I have not played it, but that is what I've heard.
can't wait to play that together.
If you want to, I'm so down.
You may speak like a human.
Give me a few months to think about it.
Okay.
Correct. What is the problem?
Nothing. Forget it.